G'day everyone, it's SDS SuperCoach, providing SuperCoach content for you. So I'm here to present my round 20 trades, heading into round 20, and I might show you guys my FPL side. First thing I want to say is I do apologize. I actually tried to react. I said on the review that I was going to react to the Shorty SuperCoach goal kicking challenge, which I was in. You can check that out if you want, if you haven't already, because I was in it. And I was looking back at the footage and, yeah, it just didn't look that good. So when it came through, because playing videos on Zoom, I record on Zoom, and it's fair to say that it didn't translate very well. It was very laggy and all that, and it just didn't look good. I don't want to upload content that I don't think is good. So, but yeah, please guys, please check that out if you haven't. But yeah, sorry, you guys aren't getting a react to that. But anyway, let's get into the SuperCoach trades for me. As you can see, I'm down to one trade. Now, what are the trades that I've done? So with Hewitt missing again this week, and yeah, so I just kind of thought, okay, look, I had three trades. I may as well look to replace Stewart because we don't know how he's going to be like when he comes back. And Carlton do play Brisbane, Melbourne, and Collingwood, three top four sides at the minute in their last three of their last four games that he should feature in. So I just thought, you know what, let's bite the bullet, bring in Tommy Stewart, who just seems like the pick of the bunch when it comes to Hewitt replacements. So I just thought, yep, Stewart is my guy. I've been dying to have him in my side, so it feels really good for him to be in my side. And as well, what else was I going to say? Yeah, I've been dying for Hewitt to be in my side, and he plays at GMHBA in three of his last four games against the Dogs, against the Saints, and against the Eagles. Three sides that they should beat. The Cats, considering who I think are premiership favourites in the minute. And as we can see in Stewart's three games he's played at that ground, he's gotten a 187, a 122, and a 174. Three grouse scores while playing at that stadium against Frere, who are a good side. But then you've also got Port Adelaide and Adelaide, who aren't the best side. So, and then you've got Dogs, Saints, and Eagles, who I think are three sides that he should be able to take advantage again. So on that point, yeah, so I just thought Stewart was the pick of the bunch, to be honest. So, and then my other trade, assuming that he's picked, he's just on the extended bench at the minute. I brought in Jai Cully. No reason for West Coast not to play him in the last four games. I don't even care if he plays bad, which I highly doubt because he's getting a really good role in the midfield for the Eagles. And he just looks fantastic. So there's no point West Coast just playing Jackson Nelson instead or something crazy like that. So I feel pretty confident that the Eagles should play Cully in the last four games. And I've replaced him with Maurice Rioli, who I actually didn't check this. Maybe I should have done my homework here. Is Rioli in the side? Maurice Rioli? No, he's on the extended bench. Maybe I changed my mind and not pick him, not pick Cully if Maurice Rioli does get picked because, well, it might save me a trade. And look, maybe it does sound a bit mental, you know, using one of my trades to bring in Cully, one of my last three trades to bring in Cully just for cover. And I know, so having one trade with 1 month to go doesn't seem ideal. You know, you'd probably like it the bare minimum two, but I think a lot of people at this point are actually out of trades. So, look, I think if we get a bit of carnage, I feel pretty comfortable with fielding Cully and McCartan as my two main cover for the rest of the year. We might get D'Ambrosio back, who's on the extended bench on Sunday, who could replace Redmond, I believe. Machito Owens is an emergency, which I don't get, to be honest. I think he's been good enough to pump into some games for St Kilda. Teakle is on the emergency as well. I think there was another guy. I could be wrong. No, I'm wrong. Jaden Short he's on the extended bench as well, so I wouldn't be too worried about that. He should play. Look, I'm not a big fan of having Short and Crisp in the back line. So, look, if we don't cop any carnage in the last, I'd say if we can get through this weekend with no injuries, then I think we're actually looking all right. And then if we can get through round 21 with no injuries as well, then I think I'll pull the trigger on a Jaden Short or a Jack Crisp and potentially luxury upgrade them to, I don't know, maybe a Bailey Dale. Or maybe if Hewitt's actually looking all right if he's back. So, pardon the pun, if he's back, George Hewitt. Anyway, so yeah, that's just what I'm thinking. And another reason I'm downgrading Morris Rioli to Cully, first of all, Cully's grouse cover, I think, for the rest of the year, as I've mentioned a few times, but it also gives me 112K remaining salary. So it gives me a lot of flexibility. So basically, if anyone goes down with an injury, if anyone goes down with an injury or whatnot, there's a lot of flexibility here. So say if Crisp or Short, hang on, let me start that again. So if anyone gets injured, I can upgrade them to whoever I like, because 112K should be enough for any one of my 22 premiums to get injured, to replace them with anyone in the lines. And if we can get through round 20 and 21 without any injuries, then I'll look to luxury upgrade Short or Crisp to whoever I feel like down back. And it might even be at like a Himmelberg type. He's got a really high ceiling and could be a really nice pod for the rest of the year if they continue to play him down in the back line. So, look, that's my thinking at the minute. Vice captain and captain, I've gone Laird into Merritt. I think Laird's just such a safe option, to be honest. And then Merritt's just in grouse form at the minute, and he's going up against North Melbourne. So, I do feel pretty comfortable with all this. Laird into Merritt feels right. I was thinking Took, but he has burnt me before being the captain on a Sunday before. So, and West Coast, I know West Coast are an easy beat this year, but West Coast haven't been that bad where they leak a heap of points. So I'm pretty happy with going with Laird into Merritt. North are a bit of a basket case, let's be honest. So, these are my moves. Anything else I really need to report? Is there any other late charges with players like Elijah Hollins, extended bench, Ambrosio, Crisp, Short? Nah, not really. Dunkley's a bit of an outrageous one, to be honest. I know he's in a bit of bad form. Maybe he's playing injured because they did say he had a bit of soreness. Then we've got Himmelberg. Himmelberg would probably be my guy. If he continues playing that role for the rest of the year, he will probably be my guy. Him or Dale. I think Himmelberg gives you a bit more potential off that half back line, and he's got a high ceiling. Dale's more consistent, but he's got a high ceiling, and I think he'd be the type of bloke that would make a big difference for the rest of the season. So look, that'll do me for SuperCoach. I think I've rambled on enough. And now I'll show you guys a bit more about my FPL side. So I'm actually pretty comfortable with this side. So we've got Raya down back for Brentford. I'm not sure how much I rate Brentford, but they're first after they play Leicester away and United at home. After that, they've got 8 to 10 really good runs of games. And I don't really like going too crazy on the goalkeeper because there's not too much of a differential between a 4.5 and a 5.5 goalkeeper or 5 million keeper. So I just like to spread around the money a bit more on the field. We have got Trent Alexander-Arnold nailed on into my side. Cancelo, he's, I think, a Man City defender is really important for these first 10 games. They've got a piss easy fixture in the first 10 games, Man City. Robertson is a bit of a differential there. And look, my big keys were to make sure that I had Alexander-Arnold, Cancelo, and Robertson all in the back line because they're just so important. And then Arsenal down back looked really solid, or a solid side down back. So I thought Gabriel, he's a bit different, but I just don't mind the idea. Zinchenko, I don't really know. I'd rather wait and see, to see where he actually plays. Gabriel adds a bit of an aerial threat for Arsenal. He can score a goal here or there. So Salah is my captain. Just can't say no to him. Neto, Raul Jimenez is out for, I believe, 2 months. So Neto could have a real decent opportunity up front there for Wolves as he's made his comeback from injury. James Maddison, this is a bit of a crazy one, I know, but I'm just really big on him for some reason. It's just a gut feel. I think it's important to have an 8 million midfielder in your midfield. So I've just actually gone Maddison. It's a bit of a mental one, I know, and Leicester's fixtures aren't great, but I've just got a real good feeling about Maddison. And if he doesn't turn out to be the player that I thought he would be, because he's got the World Cup coming up, he wants to be selected for that. I think Leicester, I just feel like Leicester are in for a bounce back season. And I just feel really comfortable with Maddison. And game week 1, I mean, Brentford looks like a good matchup. I know it's a bit of a weird one having the Brentford goalkeeper, but Maddison here. So, yeah, a bit interesting there. So, look, if Maddison doesn't score, I hope Brentford keep a clean sheet. If Maddison doesn't score or assist, hopefully Brentford keep a clean sheet. If not, I hope Maddison goes on a mad one. And sorry, Raya. Martinelli, 6 million. I've been tuning into a bit of Eno's content, and he did say in his latest FPL video that Martinelli should be nailed at that left wing spot. And I think that kind of sold me. I didn't love the idea of having double Arsenal attack, basically, because I got Jesus as well. But, yeah, I think I'll cop Martinelli. He's just a really talented player. Haaland, look, I just couldn't say no to this bloke. I mean, as I said, Man City's fixtures are looking excellent. And yeah, that game week 2 match up against Bournemouth is looking very good. So, yeah, so hard to say no to him. It's a bit of FOMO, fear of missing out with him. I could have gone Kane, but I'm still worried about those slow starts. And Gabriel Jesus should play every single game as striker. Everyone's got him. Then we've got Gazaniga, Andreas, Nico Williams, and Greenwood. Greenwood's just a filler. There's not everyone's got him as the 4.5 million striker. So I just thought, yeah, I'll join the party. Nico Williams seems like he should play most weeks for Nottingham Forest at right back, and Andreas Pereira should play every single game for Fulham. No idea about Gazaniga, but yeah, we'll see if Fulham buy another keeper. I believe he's their staying goalkeeper. I could be wrong. So, look, the type of player, I'm very conservative as an FPL player. So I noticed last year when I started taking hits, got excited about, I need to get these 2 players in. I'll cop the -4, big deal. I noticed that I started really well. I was game week 8, I was on about 50K. And this was my first season playing it properly. But I slowly just kept going backwards and backwards. And then game week 15, I was game week 15 or 16, I was like 850K. I'm like, bloody hell, these hits are really killing me. So then I decided, you know what? Let's just go with the real conservative route. I'm not going to make a transfer unless I absolutely need to. And that really works. That got me into a rank of 113K, which is pretty all right, in my opinion, in your first season playing FPL. And yeah, so that's the type of player I am. So that's why I've gone a bit of a safer team. I feel like this is a safe team. Maddison is maybe a disaster scenario if he doesn't work out at 8 million, but I can just swap him to another 8 million midfielder. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, so I've gone with a pretty safe team because, as I said, I don't want to make too many transfers so quickly. So if there's a world where I can hold a transfer for a week and make 2 the following week, then that will be something that I'll look to do. So, yeah, that's just the kind of player I am. And, yeah, so I think I'll show you guys my final side next week. And I'll also show you guys my Premier League predictions for the season. I am a big FPL fan, but you got to listen to the main man, Eno. He's the guru of SuperCoach FPL content sort of bloke. So, yeah, I'd listen to him rather than me. I like the game, but yeah, he's more the bloke that you go to because he sure does know his stuff very well, and he came second in Australia. Like, that's just mental. So yeah, he's the bloke, but I do like my FPL. So yeah, look, I think they'll just about do for me. So we won't keep this too long. It's probably been long enough as it is. What's the time? Oh, I think it's been 15 minutes. So I'll leave it there, guys. Hope you guys have a good weekend in SuperCoach. First week of SuperCoach League finals this week. So I hope you guys do well in finals if you're in them, or minor premierships or whatever you're doing. And I will see you in the next video, hopefully with another score that will charge me into hopefully a top 1K score by the end of the year. Cheers.